Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Look into my world. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you will be given love's peace of mind. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
Hello everybody, Songfather here on this 10th day of July 2019. Let me try something here. Hold on. There, is that better? Hello. Yeah, that's better. So, not a wonderful day, not a terrible day. I'm starting to sound like the weather people. We're going to have some sun, and we'll have some clouds. And it should be relatively dry, except for when it rains. Anyway, so I hope everybody is having a good day, or had a good day by the time this airs. I love saying that. It sounds so professional. But so welcome. Tina was, again, taking the night off. He was a little under the weather, and I caught him with a little tiny bottle of Sambuca hidden underneath the napkins. Now it all makes sense to me. So he has a little bit of a hangover, and he's just finally starting to eat for the first time today. So, but he'll be here tomorrow. He promises that he's going to be co-hosting with me tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Friday, I'm sorry. Tino will be the co-host, and he will pick the songs. He's already picked them out. They're going to be all bird songs. Wow. Either by the birds or about birds, or maybe even, hey, bird dog, get away from my quail. Hey, bird dog, you're on the wrong trail. Daddy, it's starting early. So anyway, all right, let's get to some of the news items and things that make you go crazy. Sadly, of course, it's always sad when somebody dies. Oh, I have to move this. I forgot. People don't want me to cover my face. Mr. Rip Torn passed away, age 88 years old. Best known for Curb Your Enthusiasm, 30 Rock. Trying to do it without looking. I have to look. What the hell was the Larry Sanders Show with Gary Shandling, which I thought was great. And, of course, Men in Black. And an Oscar winner and, I believe, 2 Emmy Awards. And, when he first started out, they wanted him to change his name. They just didn't think it was a good name. Rip and Torn. It means the same thing, they told him. He goes, yeah, well, you know what? That's my name, and that's what I'm sticking with. Rip Torn. Yeah, baby. But, yeah, he was just short. He was up for a Tony. And he was just short of the Triple Crown. He would have had an Emmy, an Oscar, an Emmy, and a Tony. That would have been pretty cool. So may rest in peace. Our prayers go out to his family and friends. And so Chintan. Yes. Gotta love it. So man in Comac on the island of Long, I guess he had enough of all the news items about people licking ice cream. So he decided to go one up. Not exactly decided, but he was working in a chocolate factory, if you haven't heard about this one. And he was kind of leaning over the edge and putting in, I believe it was some kind of vanilla something, I don't know. And he lost his balance and fell into a 20,000-gallon container of chocolate, completely, all the way down and under. And they got him out, and he's okay. But, wow. You talk about having a dilemma. Save me. No, don't save me. No, wait. Okay, no, what? Oh, man, covered in chocolate? Ooh. That brings some mighty, mighty fine thoughts to my brain. All right. Anyway, and a woman in England, very nice. This is, another feel-good story. Even, since the guy lived, the thing with the chocolate, it's got to be a feel-good story. But a woman in England opened up a hospice for dogs so that they may cross the rainbow bridge with some dignity and a smile in their heart. And they're, basically allowed to do whatever they want. They're given ice cream and whipped cream and big giant field to run around in and everything. And while that is a wonderful, I think, superbly wonderful idea, if we can get more and more people to do that for the strays that don't have a disease and just need to live and, not worry about ending up over in China on somebody's plate, or ending up in a shelter and then, being put to sleep. That would be the ultimate home run. But what she's doing, I'm not taking away from it. It is a beautiful, wonderful thing. And, I don't know why nobody's ever thought of that before, but God bless her for doing that. Wonderful. A wonderful thing. And they had the ticker tape parade here in New York for the women's soccer team, and I'll just leave it there. You'll let everybody else make your own decisions. I don't want people saying, who does this guy think he is, What is he doing? He comes on, now he's doing a show, and now he's talking about politics and telling us how we should think. And no, I'm not doing that. I'm expressing my opinion about certain things. And then sometimes I take a day off. Why not? Okay, so we got some other things to go over, but we can fill it in. I gotta do the songs a little bit more quicker because my dad said, your show is great. And he had, I don't know, 30 plus years in show business, so he's not blowing smoke up my behind. And he goes, but you have a tendency to ramble. And I said, yeah, I know. And then and Chrissy in the background says, well, he has the gift of gab. And I said, well, I'd like to return it, but I can't. So I'll try to space it out a little bit more for you so you don't get bored. And I apologize. I don't know why I'm apologizing, but that's how I am. Yesterday, we had a great show going. We had the biggest number of people that were actually participating in the watch party. It was well over 20-something, 25 people, which is a lot, believe it or not, for a watch party, And about half, and we had nice conversations going back and forth about things, and boom, all of a sudden I looked and it was like, boom, boom, one gone, two gone, three. It was down to like two people. So I was like, in the back of my head, I'm saying, what the hell did I say? I couldn't have pissed off all these people. And, when I don't know if you see it on your end, but when you're doing that watch party, when somebody else comes in, I mean, it was close to, all told, it had to be close to 50 people that were coming on to see. And then it says, for me, I can send them a wave, whatever. So, I'm clicking wave. And then we're doing something. Then I look, and it's all gone again. And then the same people I saw kept coming back on. Boom, boom, boom. I said, oh, something ain't right. So there was some kind of glitch in Facebook land. And so even though I didn't do it, I do apologize. So I ran another watch party this morning for anybody that might have got cut off. And sure enough, a lot of people said, yeah, I was listening to you. And then I couldn't get you back. The connection was like cuckoo. I'm like, that don't make me happy. But anyway, so we said to Dad, hey, Daddy-O, what song would you like for me to sing for you tonight on the show? And he said, I have but one heart. Okay. All right. We'll do it. From The Godfather. Love that song, Mr. Al Martino. You can act like a man! And, I've said it before. You hear him? Now he wants to be Mr. Chatterbox over there. What a thing to say to somebody, and, what a thing to hear from somebody. I have but one heart, like we all do, and I'm giving it to you. And never before have I ever felt this way about anybody else, but you're it for life, so beautiful song from The Godfather. I have but one heart, this heart I bring you. I have but one heart to share with you. I have but one dream that I can cling to. You are the one dream I pray comes true. My darling, until I saw you, I never felt this way, and nobody else before you ever has heard me say, you are my one love. My life I live for you. I have but one heart to give to you. Vicino mare, facciamo amore, a cuore cora, pensieri passare sul marinare, dati carezza, ma ballarezza, stungo morire. You are my one love, my life I live for you. I have but one heart to give to you. Johnny Fontaine never gets that part. Well, listen here, my Kraut Mick friend. Oh, come on, Captain, he's a war hero. Beautiful. That last line that I quoted, what happened to my news story? So here they are. That last line I quoted, come on, Captain, he's a war hero. That was my dad in that movie. No beard, hat on. Yeah, really good. And he always tells the story that everybody made fun of him because his voice was a little squeaky in that part. And when we were every one of us in the family, cousins and everything else, at one part or the other was in The Godfather, and it was great. It was great leaving school. I was a junior in high school, and got a couple of weeks off. I was an altar boy at the christening scene at the end, and when you see the christening scene, you see my cousin Robert's face perfect. That's where I was standing, and I'm being a smart ass, and I'm looking. Most of that scene was done with a doll, not with a real baby. And, if you ever seen a movie or if you ever been in a movie, it's, it's fun and it's exciting, but it's boring as all hell. Different angles, different that, change this, change that. But anyway, so I'm looking at the camera and I'm like, Man, Robert, he's in full view. I got to switch with him, and so I kept saying, "Come on, switch." He goes, "No, I'm switching. I'm like cracking him in the ribs and everything." And I forgot her name. Please forgive me, but the one that played Sonny and Michael and Fredo's mother and Connie's mother turns around and gives me a whack on top of my head, like you can't get much realer than that. And she goes, "You're in God's house. Would you behave yourself?" And I was like, "I want to say you ain't my mother," but I was afraid she was going to beat the shit out of me. So Robert slipped his foot out of his shoe, and I kicked it. So he had to go get it. When he went to get his shoe, I stood in his spot. I showed him. Then the movie comes out, and you see him, and maybe you see half my face. And I'm like, "You son of a..." Oh. Anyway. So there's something you didn't know, or maybe you did. Okay, so let's go over another one. Dad, there you go. There's your song, "I Have But One Heart." That's right. You could have been a cardiologist by knowing that. So a young man was walking along the Thames River in London. Excuse me, shall you? Lord help me, I love that. And he looks over and he looks over the edge and he sees a dog is drowning in the river. Not even thinking, just goes right over the edge and throws himself into the river. Thames River is a gigantically large river, and it's got a pretty strong current. And the dog was just like literally, they say, minutes away from going under because the dog just couldn't keep up. This kid jumps in. When I say kid, I think he was 19. He's a kid. And gets to the puppy, the dog, scoops it up, swims over to the side, and now he can't get out. The wall is like, 2,000 feet high. And so he's just standing, holding the dog, and he's like leaning up against the wall as best as he can as the water's rushing by until people started to notice, what the hell is going on. And then they got a hold of the authorities and got a ladder down and whatever, and they saved them both. So, Chrissy, there's two beautiful stories now I told today, okay? So I hope that makes everybody happy. But, I wonder how many of us would do that. I'm not saying it because it happened. I know that would be me. It's been me. And, no, not in London, but in London, that was from Friends. But, yeah, unbelievable. Jump over the side, without even thinking, that's what we need more of. Not dogs drowning or people, but that kind of mentality without having to think about it. The heart tells you, go save that. And that's what he did. So beautiful job, Mr. Whatever your name was. And, all right, I'm going to save that because that's another nice story. So, I'm going to make Chrissy very happy today. Philadelphia, my friends in Philly, I love Philly and I love a lot of, not a lot, I love all you people from Philly. For some reason, we seem to connect. I seem to connect with people from Philly like we grew up together, which is cool. But what the hell is going on over there between the muggings and the killings? And then they said upwards of 60 Utes stormed and pillaged a Walgreens, knocking things over, running, wilding inside the store, stealing stuff, knocking it down, throwing things all over the place and destroying and causing thousands and tens of thousands of damage for no reason. Not that there ever is a reason, but, it wasn't like, the Phillies won the World Series, so the whole town was going nuts, just for no reason. What do you want to do? I don't know. I broke up with my girlfriend. You want to go destroy Walgreens? All right, let's go. I mean, God, help us all. So anyway, hopefully, because it was caught by a lot of cameras inside the store, outside the store, people videotaping with their phones. So hopefully their mothers and their grandmothers, when they see the film, beat the living crap out of them, because that's usually what it takes. So. And last night's All-Star game, the winning pitcher, Tanaka, Hakamuro Kadamahaka Tanaka, Nofakaka Tanaka. And to save Mr. Aroldis Chapman, Yankees all the way. And CC started his career. I think he spent 7 years there over in Cleveland. And he got, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 standing ovations from the crowd because they loved him. And he's a lovable kind of guy. And they hated when he came to the hateable Yankees. And but they, this is it. This is his last year, so it's his goodbye tour, and he is pitching his rear end off too. On top of it, so he got the honorary invite to go, and it was nice to see. Very happy for him. Go out in style. Now cut the crap. We still have another half a season to go, so let's run away with it, shall we? Okay, now. Next song by Mr. Bobby V. And if you don't know how to spell Bobby V, it's V. E-E. And there's a song called Run to Him. And I think we should all be this way in a relationship. He's saying, I don't want this to happen. But if you can find or have found somebody that makes you happier than me, go. If you find somebody whose kisses thrill you better than mine do, go. If you found somebody or think there's somebody out there that can hold you and love you better than me, go, run to him. There's nothing wrong with that. And, I had said that once quite a few times, and it was taken, first of all, the wrong way. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. So that's what you're telling me you do? You want me to go? You want me to just leave? No, I didn't say that. And I said, if you're unhappy, or if I'm doing anything, or if you ever decide like, wow, I made a mistake, I don't know if I want to continue with this, go. With my blessing. I wish you all the love and happiness and everything else in the world. Oh my God, you have no idea. But anyway, so this is the song by Bobby V. Run to Him. Love the tune. See that look already? We're into our second song. If you found another guy who satisfies you more than I do, run to him. I'll step aside. If you think his lips can kiss you better than my lips can kiss you, run to him. Forgive my pride. If somebody's arms can hold you tighter than my arms can hold you, go to him and show to him all your devotion. If somebody else can make you happier than I can make you, run to him. My tears will dry. If somebody else can hold you better than my arms can hold you, go to him and show to him all your devotion. If somebody else can make you happier, then I can make you run to him. My tears will dry. If you feel you want to love me, I'd be more than glad to love you. Love you till the end is done. But darling, if I'm not the one, run to him. My blessing. Wit. I'm not going to change it now, so what are you going to do? And I got to remember to stay a little bit closer and turn this up a little bit more there. Because I was watching, TV in the bed. And so I put on the Fire Stick, because there was nothing good on TV. And then I said, wait a minute, I got YouTube. So I watched, I'll admit it, I watched a couple of the Songfather shows. Because, I relate to that guy. I feel like I know him. And so I like to watch his show. Enough of my bullshit. But I have a tendency to mumble, too, though. Or turn and... you're not hearing the whole sentence, Not that, you should be hanging on my every word, but if you're taking the time and being nice to watch the show and listen, I should at least make it easy to hear me, no? Yeah. So, all right, so anyway. But, that's a wonderful thing to say to somebody and mean it, Not angrily. Oh, you like her better? Or, oh, really? Oh, that's the type of guy that you want. Huh? That's who you want? Go. God, get out of here, you. No. It shouldn't be that way. Every relationship we go into doesn't mean it's a home run right off the bat, you know? We're going to learn, hopefully, from the different relationships as we get to where we are. And then you're going to meet that one. Maybe you're the one that they came running to. Ah, the philosopher is alive. He's alive, I tell you. I know, Dad. Shh, quiet. Okay, so watch part I went over. Okay, here's it's a very, very horribly sad story. But again, you know, caused by the maniacs that don't want to solve the real problems of the world. So doing away, and I believe me, I understand about the plastic and what's happening. You know, it's gotten to a point that we are such shitheads, we have to start banning plastic things because we don't know how to throw it in the garbage. It's not government or it's not, you know, maniacs that is taking the plastic and just dumping it in the ocean. It's us. It's the human beings. It's not the animals. It's us. So they sell metal straws now, you know, that you can, you know, of course, use over and clean them when you're done. And I mean, what a pain in the ass. But a woman was walking with a drink, with a metal straw, and which you should never do anyway. But she's like taking a sip while she's walking, probably texting, who knows. And she tripped, and she fell down, and the cup hit the ground, and the straw went into her eye, all the way back into her brain, and killed her. I mean, man, wow. What are the odds of that? You know, but so you know now you got to come up with a you know, I don't know if there's going to be a lawsuit involved in that somewhere from her family. Who knows? But now you have to come out with warning notices: do not sip and walk. And I don't know, but please, again, you know, just throw up some prayers for her soul, of course, but all of her friends and her family. You know, wow. Terrible story, but I had to put it out there. It's a bit of a warning from your Uncle Songfather here. And so let me do this one, and then we'll do another song. On the island of Long, I believe it was, or it was either that or it was up in Westchester County. I don't remember. But the police are after a suspect that kind of ran down a little pathway into a wooded area. And so... you know, for safety reasons, and because that's what they're formed for, they get the canine unit out, and and as they're walking down looking for this guy, all of a sudden they hear. The guy was so nervous that he let out a giant rip-roaring fart. They went and arrested him. Oh my God! See something like that. That kind of story we need every day. Maybe two. You know, doesn't have to be a fart story, but something that makes you just laugh. I mean, you know. Wow. Unbelievable. What happened? Hey, you tried to rob a store. How'd they get you? I farted. What? Yeah. CO, get this guy out of here. So here's Antonio Dominic Benedetto's staple song. And nowadays, more than ever, what's going on over there, we need to sing this song and remember what it was like. It was one of the most visited cities in the United States. It was one of the most sought-after places that you couldn't get into, cities in the United States, and one of the most beautiful. And maybe it still is, and I don't know. But all I can go by is what I see. All I can go by is what I read. And we're talking about San Francisco, where you're allowed, to crap on the sidewalk and pee in the street, or vice versa, however it goes, and people living in tents, and the crime is going up, and this and that, and but way back when, Mr. Tony Bennett wanted to go back and visit there because you know what? He didn't leave a crap there. He left his heart there. Come on, everybody, sing along, shall you? The loveliness of Paris seems somehow sadly gay. The glory that was Rome is of another day. I've been terribly alone and forgotten in Manhattan. I'm going home to my city by the bay. I left my heart in San Francisco, high on a hill. It calls to me to be where little cable cars climb halfway to the stars. The morning fog may chill the air. I don't care, my love waits there. In San Francisco, above the blue and windy sea. When I come home to you, San Francisco, your golden sun will shine for me. And then I'm going to take a poop in the street. Sorry to everybody in San Francisco, but, it's the grim reality. Hey, wasn't that a song? I think Elvis did that. Something about reality. I got to look that up. Yeah. I might have to go to a 2-hour show so I could have more. But, okay, so we did the farting man in the woods. Down in Atlanta yesterday. What's today, Wednesday? Right? Yeah, yesterday. Armored cars going down the road. Boom, the back door's open by accident, and 2 bags of money comes flying out the back door, hits the ground, explodes, and it's raining money all over the place. People slamming on their brakes. Throwing their car into park, going out and grabbing up as much money as they can. It was like beat the clock, or it was like one of those things you got to do on The Price is Right. I mean, it was like unbelievable. And so that's the good news. The bad news is it's against the law. If you witness that, it's against the law to take that money. And there's like, I don't know, I forgot the exact number they said, but somewhere like 20 or 25 different videos from people with phones that stopped, not to steal the money, just to videotape these maniacs going nuts in the street and getting back in their car. So they got plate numbers, they got, so, we'll see what's going to happen from there. But certainly there's going to be some arrests being made. But, I always wondered, how does a door just open? Unless the guy's driving like a maniac and didn't close it right, and or is maybe it needed to be repaired, so they tried to save some money and didn't. So you go over a bump and the door's open. How does bags of money go flying out? There's usually a person in the back, to make sure it doesn't happen. But sometimes the person in the back goes up and sits in the front with the driver because they want to BS or whatever it is, and you kind of break the policies, and then look what happened. But, I always wanted that to happen to me, even though I know it's illegal. But I always wanted, to be driving, there's an armored car, and boom, the doors open up, And the bag doesn't break, it just falls out of the back. I would pick it up, put it in my car, and I would, get the name of the company and deliver it. The bag, that's it. But I can't blame them for what they did there, so. Okay, we did the Tanaka. We did Walgreens. I had a horrible story about the straw through the lady's eye. I mean, just wow, unbelievable. And boy, don't hold me to it, but I believe they said 9 years old in Illinois. Gets up every day. He's out one day, and he's walking. He walks to school and back. Apparently, you're still able to do that in some states in this country. And that was a shot. And so one day, either on his way to school, on his way home, I don't remember which it is, but he came on and found a blind deer, not fully grown, but big enough, but blind. Doesn't even know where to go, how it gets its food, and all that other stuff. And so he helped it and befriended it, and it got to a point that he would get up extra early every day, have his, get dressed, have his breakfast, and get ready, and walk to school early, go and seek out this deer, and then, pet it, and then lead it around and bring it food, and then lead it to different places where it could eat by itself during the day off these different trees or whatever. And then somebody, I never heard of it, but it's called Reddit. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's like a YouTube or whatever. But somebody had heard about what this kid was doing, and they filmed it, and they put it on Reddit. And, Reddit. Oh, I get it now. I read it somewhere. Got it. But, wow, I'm a genius. And I notified the authorities, and they rescued the deer. And this boy is the only one that's allowed to go there and feed it and take care of it, because in essence, he's the one that saved it. So there you go, Christina. Another feel-good story for the day. Very nice, though. This is what we need, more of that. Not just me reading them, but more of that actually happening out in this world, And I'm not even going to get to some of the things that I've seen today on the social media, on the news, and especially now doing the show. I'm getting more and more involved in looking up news stories and what's going on with animals and these these disciples of Satan is the only thing I can tell them. Jesus, what they're doing, it just makes me want to kill myself, or kill them, or kill nobody. Maybe kill another bottle of Sambuca. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going on war. That's it. That's right. I'm going to kill every bottle of Sambuca I see from this point forward. Yeah, what else was new? I can hear all my friends now. All right, let me do this song by Mr. Bobby Darin, Walden Robert Casotto, and he took a Dinah Washington classic called What a Difference a Day Makes, and, made it his own, like he did with every song. Like, I'm prejudiced because he's a Bronx boy, and I feel for his story. He knew at a very early age he wasn't going to live long, and, what he accomplished in such a very short time, and a lot of, crap that he had to go through. It's pretty amazing. It really is. Major talent. And but, it's saying, what a difference a day makes. And it's kind of like Frank Sinatra's That's Life, Tomorrow's another day, and we hear it all the time. Every time you wake up and open your eyes, there's your first present of the day. You open your eyes. And he's saying here, what a difference a day makes. It's only 24 hours, and oh my God, the sun is bright and my heart is beating. Oh my God, what a difference. And you know what? The difference is you. Gotta love it, man. What a difference a day makes. Only 24 hours. Brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. My yesterday was blue, dear. Today I'm part of you, dear. My lonely nights are through, dear, since you said you were mine. Oh, what a difference day makes. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above won't be stormy. Since that moment of bliss, your thrilling kiss, it's heaven when you find romance on your menu. What a difference a day made, and the difference is you. What a difference a day makes. There's a rainbow before me. Skies above can't be stormy. Since that moment of bliss, your thrilling kiss, oh, it's heaven when you find some romance on your menu. What a difference a day makes, and the difference is you. That's a goosebumpily song, all right. And not only is it important to say somebody, and not only is it important to be able to hear it from somebody, but to recognize it. The difference in my life is, oh yeah, it's you. It's since you came into my life. Everything's all different. I'm happy. I'm peppy and bursting with love. Yes, from the Odd Couple. Very good. You are oh so wonderful. So before we get to the last song here, make sure we got everything. Yeah, we got it. We covered all the news today, boy. Boom, boom, good. Okay, so the last song of the evening will be by me, Elvis, Two Ways, Aaron Presley. And I've always loved this song. Always gave me goosebumps. And there's a part in the song where it took on a different meaning to me when I was battling the cancer. And there's a part in the song where it says, "Hush, little darling, don't you cry. You know your daddy's bound to die." And didn't realize it. And one day I'm driving in the car, and as always, I had my clone with me. And I'm singing along to the CD in the car, and that part comes up, and he was like, "Oh man," you could see he wanted to cry, and then he was mad, and what's the matter with you? Don't ever say that again. Say what? And then I said, "Oh, so they're always listening, and you might think sometimes they don't understand, but they do." But I didn't mean it that way. It's just a part of the song. But this is called the American Trilogy, and I just think it's beautiful. It's timely. We just got done with the 4th of July, and like I said, we're starting to see a new resurgence in patriotism throughout this country. And this song is about, back in the good old days, back in Dixie. And, I don't know, maybe why I'm singing a song, they're going to kick the door in and come and throw me out the window. It's like a band called... God, I can't remember the whole thing. Confederate Train, I think it's called. I mean, they're touring the country. They've been around for a while. They got a giant following, and they've been removed from a couple of venues that they were supposed to perform at because they're afraid the word Confederate might offend people. Oh, my God. I hope they sue the living crap out of whoever did that to them. But here is Two Ways, Aaron Presley's wonderful song, American Trilogy. Oh, I wish I was in a land of cotton. Old songs that are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Take it, boys.
Oh, I wish I was in Dixie.
Oh, hey, oh, hey. Take my stand to live and die in Dixie. For Dixieland I was born. Early, Lord, one frosty morning. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. You know your daddy's bound to die. Then hold my trials, Lord, soon be over. Yeah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. His truth is marching on. Huh? Does that get it back? Does that restore the patriotism? Unbelievable. Beautiful tune. Happy to bring it to you. Thanks to Mr. Elvis. Two Ways, Aaron Presley. Love it. So, I think I'm okay with the time again. And so that's today's show. And I hope you all enjoyed it. And it's getting a little steamy in here. And the clock on the wall, which is also a thermostat, indoor and outdoor, with the date and the time, and it says New York Yankees. It's like a scoreboard. It's beautiful. But it is now 84 degrees in here, so I'm going to be cranking the AC as soon as we turn this off. thank you again. I'm always going to continue to say thank you, and any suggestions that you have, other than jump off the roof, I'm all open to it. And since we had the little blip yesterday, I was saying at the end of the show, I was toying with the idea of going with a request day. One of the days. It doesn't matter which day it's going to be. Maybe it'd be Friday and keep it down to a half hour so everybody can go into the weekend. I don't know. But I can't do it live because if I got to read then and see what song you're requesting. Then I got to go to the library and I got to, okay, let me see. Oh, here it is. And, then I can't chat, and I think it'd be too cumbersome. But, we could still do it this way. I like this format, like I said yesterday, because, I get to have fun with you guys and chat back and forth. And, a lot of my knucklehead friends, like Peter Grabby, make their silly comments, which I love. And because I'm a bit of a chop buster, whether you know it or not. But I think going with, Thursday, whatever, special request night, show, whatever the hell you want to call it. And, maybe knock down the news till about 10, 15 minutes tops, not even, and then do the rest instead of doing 5 songs, which I do a night. And, that's pretty good. 25 songs a week, it's not bad. If you think about it, it's 100 songs a month, and we're already into a month and a half. But so instead of doing 5, maybe I can do 6 or 7 or 8 songs and just make it a musical night of just all your requests. But, maybe do it once a month instead of once a week or once every other week, because we're going to run out of requests. And, they're not writing songs out there anymore. So everybody have a good night, and one more night of going through withdrawal, and then the season starts again, and then we're rolling all the way in, and people are starting to pick the Yankees above even the LA Dodgers, so now I'm really starting to get nervous. But so thank you again. I love you all, and thank you for all the kind words and all the support. Please, please, please remember to share, not the watch party. Share the actual post, or share it from YouTube. Every show so far is up there on YouTube, and you could watch it and share it from there. And if you do go to YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. All right, ciao. Tino says good night. Love you all. Thank you, Daddy-o. Hope you like that song. And BAM is BAM. Don't forget that. And anybody that uses that word, don't forget, $125 fine each time.